I'm a firm believer that courage needs to be built early. I mean, really, the number one way that you become courageous is by facing fears, by coming up against situations that force us, right? Most people don't just step into a scary situation and say, let me become courageous, right? We typically have to face something. But I also think that we can give tools and inspire girls and boys and our next generation and ourselves along the way in ways that stick with us. So we can tell a girl that she should be courageous, that she should be brave, be resilient, be herself, don't follow the crowd, learn to be confident, have hope for the future. We can teach all of that, and we should teach all of that. But sometimes it doesn't get down inside by just hearing. And that's why you may have seen another one of my videos and just my message that this is why I think story is so important. Think about what inspires you the most. It's often hearing or reading a story about somebody who overcame the odds, somebody who did something that was so unexpected. That's what transports us to another place, and not just transports us, makes us believe that we can do it too. So I think there's so many ways that we need to help our girls be courageous because it's just a difficult time in life. I think more than when I was growing up, because we have social media, because we have 24-hour news channels, because we have this is what the other person is doing is in our face. We have brand clothing. There's just so much more that girls have to deal with. And so I think that it's critical that we teach them courage early on. And courage is not being fearless. I need to make that clear. There is no such thing as being fearless. Being brave, being courageous simply means that we face our fears. We start to build the confidence that says, even though that's scary, I can get through it. And sometimes we have physical danger, but often in growing up, it's not that. It is having to face what other kids say or do or think about us, or the things that get instilled in us about ourselves. It's that moment when you can't say anything nice about yourself anymore because someone says that's conceited. And then we start chipping away at our own self-confidence. And so I think this is just my small way with Lubadoos of helping girls to see themselves in these heroes, in these girls that are very much like them, that have similar challenges that they have, and that are able to discover their inner strength and do things they never could have imagined. I just think that is something so important that girls need to learn early on, that they can do hard things. They can do things they never imagined. I'm going to tell you something right now. This girl here in her 60s is doing something she never imagined. And so I think that the earlier that we can help build that inner strength, that self-confidence, and we do all of it through humility, of course. There's nothing wrong with thinking good things about yourself, saying good things, feeling good about yourself, and knowing that you can do things that you never imagined if you put your mind to it, if you just believe. And sometimes you just need that little spark from someone else, right? And even if it's an imaginary character, and I think often it happens even more so when it is imaginary characters, because they are stories and adventures and excitement that we can step into. We step into the adventure and we become the hero. We become the person we wish we could. We become that person that saves the world. We become that girl who takes that challenge on a journey and returns a little different, returns with more courage, feeling more confident, feeling better about herself. And that's really the whole goal of Lubadoos. It's not just to entertain, it's to help girls at their core. The number one thing is courage. And that's what it takes to have, to be, to do anything in this lifetime that's worth having, doing, or being. It takes courage. So let's help the next generation to build that courage. And I'm just hoping and praying that Love Adues is one tool that can help do just that.